Okay, this is going to be a non-vertical, non-short channel update. I haven't done one of these for a bit. Let's see. Got this lovely second-year Bardock growing up, doing its little Audrey too, and actually we got some burrs forming here. Feed me. Something came through my patio this morning. I had a few cats out, and I know that probably was not a good idea, but they stayed on the porch and nothing really messed with them. But definitely some of these plants here have been kind of tousled about, and everything that was sitting on this table here had been knocked off, and I don't think the wind was hard enough to blow that bottle of black velvet. It was sitting sideways. There's really no wind profile. Some lovely wild daisy variant. These, I believe, have an analgesic in them as well. I found no further scat out here. No real evidence of return of deer to my patio either. Just whatever it was that was there, but it didn't, nothing else. I don't know. The cats had heavily peed on this mesh swimming gear bag, and I brought it outside because it was really stinking. You can see that my water cover is intact. It's been working. Windmill still sings. Holy shit, a singing windmill. I was gonna turn on the pump to the pool and start filtering, and I noticed the water was down, and I've got a leak in this line. And unfortunately, the saltwater pump's not working still. So I kind of need to figure out either how to patch that and get this thing to work, or get a new saltwater pump at some point, but that's gonna be a while. So the pool may, I don't know, I've got to find a temporary fix to keep that hose from leaking at the very least, and be able to circulate water so it doesn't become too stagnant and become a just gargantuan mosquito breeding ground, which I think it already has. Probably do a Mayapple walk through here in a minute. I'll show you what I've been doing today initially. I've had something on the roof too. I've heard some sounds up there. You can see the melter wire's been kind of moved a little bit there. Something's been running up and down. I make sure to keep these windows pretty well closed at night if at all possible. I want to make sure that no wild animals try and get in through the screen. Sitting on a porch the other day, and I noticed these trees. There's a whole bunch of dead ones in the woods, and I was like, well, I woke up today and was like, the humidity is so low that even if it's hot, it's not near as bad as if it was humid. I think we're sitting about 45 to 50% humidity all day and dropping as the day goes on. So I brought the chainsaw out, just coming off of a break. I'm not sure how much more I'm going to do today because I don't want to get exhaustion from the heat, but I have cut the one tree down, and you can see there's, we'll see, 1, 2, 3, at least 3 other trees. Oh, this one here I think is 2, 4. There's probably 5 or 6 of these. I think these are the elms that the ash borers get. I cut into it. It was very easy. They're dead for long enough. They've basically already dried out since the bark is toast. So these are actually probably burnable from cut down. So I've got to segment these at some point yet, but I wanted to be able to have them all, you know, cut down so there's no confusion in the winter when if I wait until the fall to cut these or whatever, that I want to have these all down at least so that I know what's what, and I'm not accidentally cutting good viable live trees for the next year that, you know, I don't mean to cut. So go check on the garden, Mayapples, ruderalis, etc. Of course, I'll be scoping for scats and whatnot. All these berries are all, look at, I don't know if you can see all those dark ones. They are so fat. Oh my gosh, they're just falling off. They're just falling off in the wind, man. Should have brought a basket or something. Oh my goodness. Mine, all mine. Mine, all mine. I walked out barefoot the other day and ended up with a bunch of wine purple on my feet because they're just all over the ground. I'm popping berries walking. Oh, so sweet, so tender. So good. All right, so tomatoes are getting better. Got a pepper plant that I went ahead and moved the tomato cover over to, and it's showing some growth. This one thing next to the lettuce, right there, is a type of green that gets used in a lot of Southeast Asian stir-fry dishes, so I figured I'd keep it. That radish or whatever it is growing again. Corn's looking good. I have another corn possibly right there. Got 3 kinds of lettuce, possibly another one coming up. I relocated this one of these tall ones that supposedly that's either Chinese lettuce or wild mustard. Those are not. I don't think those are turnips after all. So we're going to see. I don't unfortunately have a lot going on. I planted fucking 120 seeds or more, and this is what I've got. The sweet pea's growing a little bit. There's another plant that almost looks like it, so I'm going to find out if that's actually a pea or not. I'll at least get a couple ears of corn this year, and it is sweet corn, so that'll be cool. Definitely a lot of bardocks I'm going to harvest. See how my canna buddies are doing. Hope the deer didn't. Oh, see, this right here means that a deer slept here. Hope that's not too bad. All right, this is the one that the top got eaten off of. It is revegetating and flowering, which is really good. That means that probably end of the summer this will be ready. Not really seeing the other tall ruderalis that I had. Unless this got laid on by a deer. Really not seeing it. That's the danger of letting them grow wild. Raspberries are coming in pink. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here's one. Many flowers, pollinating bugs. I think today I'll get a stake or something and start standing these guys up. Got some tomato cages or something. I'll probably use those. It's just so hard to see them right now. And this has definitely been walked through by something other than me. Very carefully step through here. Here we go. This one is flowering. Yeah, I think unless a person came onto my property and messed with this, I should have. Okay, this one here got bitten off the top. This is the one that had the most flowers initially. As that one, something is eating the flowers from the top. Those will re-veg. They already are starting to, it looks like. So, I mean, I'm going to have to let these go all summer. And hopefully with the cages, I don't know, maybe I can put some screen over them or something. Blanket them at night. So I don't think anybody would come onto my property to harvest these tiny little, there's literally no profit in that. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That was a female. 6. But definitely something has moved around and grazed in here, so it's possible I had an entire plant that was flowering that got eaten. Damn it. I have to go onto the other trail too. We'll get there. Remember, I had 9 before. Sad. Oh well. Here we have raspberries coming in. Nowhere near ripe yet, but there's quite a few of them. And more vines coming out that could yet berry and flower. So fingers crossed there. Step into the shade, automatic 15 degrees cooler. That's so nice. And you can see other animals are well wearing my game trail here. Well, I cut this trail initially, but they're definitely using it. It's actually dry enough. If I've got gas for the mower, I could probably get some of this stuff mowed down. Right off the bat, I can see my big fat boy mayapple is still here. It's brightening, but it is not quite ripe yet. Need to be looking on the ground for any ones that have fallen but have some ripening to them. A lot of these are starting to die off. They don't appear to have fruit. And that is just how it goes, I think, when you're foraging in nature. There's a dead plant with it had a nice one going. Oh, yep. Nice, handsome little one there. There are bees and wasps around here, so there are pollinators yet in the woods. Oh, there's a big old fatty. I don't want to zoom because I don't want to mess it up. So I would say I'm going to keep checking these regularly as I have been, and eventually I think I'm going to be able to get a few of these and be able to actually have eaten a mayapple. I've never had them before. Okay, looking for, there's my other patch. Now, there's another tree here that I still got to work on getting cut and felling, but I'm hoping it doesn't contain like a giant wasp nest or something too. And, oh yeah, I think we'll get down to the creek before I finish this one. I may have to segment. We'll see. Alright, so, you know what I should have brought? I'm going to go get it. I should have brought my machete. Alright, we'll try instant transmission. Okay. Okay. Machete in the woods. First person. Alright. It's probably not very sharp, but still cut through some stuff. Alright, oops, but cut that one down. Switch hands. There we go. I'm about to cut myself on thorns. Okay. Get up into here. Not really seeing a lot of fruit on these little guys. Okay. Moving back this way. Poison ivy. Out of my way. Okay, down here to these. Which are also pretty small. Not really seeing a whole lot of fruit here. Just the plants. These are starting to yellow as well. I mean, at least that means there'll be a ton of plants next year too, although the seeds should be, part of that equation, I think. Okay, down to one of the main game trails. Oh, we got some kind of major gopher tunneling or something going on here. Big dig. Right in the middle of the path, too. That's freaking crazy. I don't know what that's about. Definitely cooler in the woods, but also definitely more humid. All right. There we go. Move across this way. All right, this is the path that I took back there before. You can see it's kind of become there's almost a game trail to it. Anyway, a little locust tree growing up out of the sinkhole. Trees on this side of things are a little healthier than the other ones. So we've had deer invasion up here too. Okay, looks like wild carrots. Oh, little tiny flowering cannabis that the deer do not appear to be messing with. Good, good. It is warm one. I might be done logging. Try and get as much done on a day off as possible. See, there was one around here. All we got here is some little female. Of course, the ones on the path that never seem to grow. I thought there was another flowering one out here somewhere, but this little one here growing out amongst wild lettuce of some sort. Imagine not having food and that your only source of sustenance is what you can find in the woods, how difficult it actually is, because the wild animals compete as well. And if you hunt the wild animals for their meat, they stop coming around your area, which means you have to go farther and farther. That's why they had people that were, oh, look at that. Some kind of insect egg ooze. It's kind of why they had to be nomads too. It's because you had to keep following the game. See all these fatty females, not a lot of tall males coming up. At least not that I'm seeing here. They might have also been eaten. So we're gonna head down in here. Oh, that's so much nicer. Take a look at these other mayaples and then head for that hidden clearing path and then down to the creek in a second segment. And I won't upload anything until I'm back up here, I think. It drains the battery and doesn't really get any faster upload, even though there should be more signal out here. Oh, look at that. We got some kind of berries on the multiflora. I don't know if those are edible or not. I guess I'll have to look that up. Oh, these are all diseased with something. That's not good. They're all dying here. I think they're getting eaten by caterpillars, silkworms of some sort, like cabbage worms or whatever. There's not going to be any fruit here. Too much sun maybe too. That might be part of it, but you can see they're all yellow spotted. That's not good. And I don't see any fruit here. Bummer. Big old funky tree pushed out of the ground. That one used to stand. That must have been a high wind or something. This thing I keep stepping on and almost tripping over is a fence post kind of thing. Best way to get back there is there we go. Back into my little clearing. Stand up. Okay, here's one little mayapple patch. But they're all knocked down. Don't seem to be any fruit on these. These might have just got whipped by branches falling. There's a lot of that kind of stuff there. Another patch down here. If I get 3 mayaples, that's actually like a record harvest. If I can get one, I'll be happy. If I get more than one, it'd be great. These little ones, there's places where there's buds, but there's no fruit. Be watching for tracks and scat. Not planning a big educational excursion on the creek, but I think by the time I get down there and I've looked at these other mayaples, I'll probably want to switch it up anyway to another segment. Got something I haven't dug here. They kind of look like deer hoof. This is nice. It's so beautiful. Dappling's gonna mess with the camera for color and light saturation and everything else. Major game trail across here. And I can see at a distance the mayaples are intact down, or at least the plants are intact down there. But I think how to get there is gonna be the trick. Trace and head this way, kind of follow where the other animals are going. All these little, I don't know if these are walnuts or, no, ash realm or something, birch, I don't know. These tall spindlies. But there's lots of cleared ground and obvious animal movement around here. Ooh, that I like. Just a big glacial deposit stone. Coming down to the steep side, another trail through here. Game trails converge. Oh yeah, here's a. Yeah, there's lots of deer tracks on this trail, slipping in the mud. Oh yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. See him there. 1 and 2. 3 is right there. So already we've doubled our potential yield. Let's see if we can get down.